Hey, did you ever hear that show Married with Children?
Oh, yeah, Al Bundy.
Yeah. So, do you have any employees like that
Yeah,
in your shoe stores?
I actually don't, and we own shoe stores,
That's
so
what that's what
that's
I
a
was thinking about
fairly
it.
yeah, man. I absolutely. I mean, if I could only show and post some of the great clips from Al Bundy, but sort of absolutely politically incorrect these days.
Oh, totally. Yeah. My favorite line though is Peg came to Al one time and said she was pregnant, and Al goes, "Oh my God, it's just like Exxon. One spill and you pay for it the rest of your life."
Oh yeah,
Well,
there's. I mean, that's a
so
great.
what's it
That's
like running a shoe store?
Well, to be honest, I really live sort of what I coach to, which is, you want to set your business up to be a turnkey business. And I won't say that it's always been a turnkey business, but that's where we're at now. And, I have great people in place. I have great process in place. I have great, things lined up that allow me to do what I truly want to do within my business. And, business we were closed for 22 weeks over this pandemic
Oh
here
my
in
goodness.
Ontario,
Goodness.
right? It's been a big time of closure. But since then, we came out of the closure last May and we had 8 of our best ever months we've ever had. And
Well, it's because
get
everybody wore their shoes out and they were, you
well,
could
we were still doing some online business, which is great.
you
But
could
even
have
our online store, I mean, it grew substantially during the closures and
well,
stuff
you
like
could
that
have
too.
had them wear masks on their feet, couldn't you?
We're still wearing masks where we are now too. I mean,
Oh man.
that hasn't gone away in
Oh my
Ontario.
goodness.
Yeah.
So uh,
So
so us pitiful Southerners here are picturing like the shoe store in Canada. You just sell like snowshoes and giant boots and stuff.
yeah, exactly. And people, we'll even bring them out to your sleigh to try them on, right?
That's good.
the
No,
rain, the reindeer will pull you in.
my favorite, one of my favorite comedians was Kathleen Madigan, and she did a tour up in Canada, and she said, that Canada is kind of like the attic to the United States. He says, you forget it's up there, but there's a lot of cool things up there.
There are a lot of cool things for sure, and I'm a proud Canadian, and it's a great place to live. But there have been some definite things that are out of our control as retailers and as other business owners. I mean, our restaurants just reopened again last week. We
Geez.
were closed because of the Omicron stuff
Hmm.
for about 4 weeks for restaurants and gyms and all that. We're closed back down completely. At least in retail, we went to a lower capacity. We didn't have to close completely. So a lot of these things come up and prop up, and they're all part of running a business and being an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur isn't for everyone. You have to be able to deal with this kind of stuff and not lose your mind. I mean, for anybody who takes a peek at my site or anything, you'll see I've already lost all my hair. So I've kind of pulled it out in the past and kind of worked through some of this kind of stuff
but
and how to
these
do
but
it.
these shoe stores are run without you being there.
For the most part,
Hmm.
I was saying I'm going to head to Florida for a month, and
Hmm.
when I said to my team about 3 weeks ago, I said, I think I'm going to take the month of March off and go to Florida. They said, great, have a good trip.
Yeah, beautiful. That's
And to me, that's what I want for the people that I work with, right? It's like, let's try to set that up for you. I'm able to live that now because I've set my business up to that point. And will I be completely off grid that entire month? No, I won't. I'll still be available and stuff like that, but I don't have any set meetings. I'm not on the floor. I don't like all of that sort of stuff. In my shoe stores now, I work probably on average about 8 hours a week, 6 to 8 hours a week, I would say, with the shoe business. And then I'm doing what I truly love. And I love the shoe business too, but I've set it up to be more of a passive investment for me. And I'm involved where I truly am most beneficial to my team and to my clients. And that's the area what I call the love it zone for me in Shootopia. And my love it zone with simplifying entrepreneurship is having conversations like this, whether I'm on a podcast with you or hosting my own podcast or having the conversations on Zoom with all my clients and talking about their frustrations and turning them into freedoms and working through these different processes that enables to free them up of their time, reduce their overwhelm and all that other stuff that we were just chatting about.
well. All right. So here's the dumbest joke on earth, but how do you keep things from walking out the door? I mean, uh, because I mean, I had one retail business, and that was the end for me. It was a
Yeah.
nightclub where I was in gunfights and knife fights, and I'd find a big case of we had a pizza shop.